when someone dies, their assets and debts don't just vanish. They become part of what is called the deceased estate. The executor takes control and has the legal duty to use those assets to pay debts if there are sufficient funds. If the estate is solvent, meaning it has enough assets to cover all debts, the executor will collect money, settle funeral and testamentary expenses, pay secured debts, handle administration costs, then pay ordinary debts and liabilities. But if the estate doesn't have enough to pay everyone, it becomes insolvent. In that case, after funeral and administration expenses, payment follows in priority. Secured debts first, then administration costs, then ordinary creditors. Any deficiency is treated similarly to insolvency under bankruptcy law. Creditors need to act promptly. After notification of death is published, there is usually at least 6 weeks for creditors to submit a claim against the estate. If you miss that window, you may lose your right to be paid from the estate. To make a claim, you'll need to verify your debt, provide evidence it was owed, a contract, invoices, messages, or other documentation, for example. The executor reviews your proof and decides whether to accept the claim. Some assets aren't part of the estate for debt collection purposes. Jointly held assets like jointly held bank accounts or real property held in a joint tenancy usually pass by survivorship and don't go through the estate. Life insurance or superannuation with a nominated beneficiary also generally bypass the estate. Negotiation is often a sensible first step. Executors or families may be willing to arrange repayment rather than dispute in court. But if that fails, legal action or litigation may be required. There can also be disputes with beneficiaries or whether the debt is valid. In those cases, alternative dispute resolution like mediation might be less costly and less contentious. The main takeaway: act quickly, get your documentation in order, understand whether your debt is secured or unsecured, and know your rights. Even though dealing with deceased estates is a sensitive situation, lawful recovery is possible if you follow the right process. If you're unsure how to proceed in your case, it's wise to seek advice to ensure your claim is valid and lodged correctly. For tailored guidance, reach out to our expert debt recovery lawyers for a free 30-minute consultation.